Hi guys, Luton here, last map of the China Rising DLC today, Guilin, and this is a really nice map. It plays out very well indeed. Much like Dragon Pass, it has a lot of similar features, but it does play out differently for a few reasons. One is that it's much more focused around these large mountain peaks in the center of the map, and we'll get into that a little bit as we go along. We're here at the US base, and we're going to go around in a clockwise motion, starting with A. Now A here, this is the storage facility amongst all these trees here. Here we are, this is storage, and this is just again a few buildings, a couple of smashed out buildings, ruined cars, etc. Some nice little kind of overgrown areas and an entrance into the cave system. We also got like this nice little sort of crashed plane deal here, which is good. Again, obviously you can kind of get in on all this stuff. Maybe you could shoot through some of these if you had line of sight, I'm not sure. But anyway, and there we go. This is the route into the wild nature caves. The Trail of the Dragon. The lanterns in there. And as you can see, caves quite spectacular. They make some brutal combat situations. We'll look at that in a minute. Anyway, so this is A, and then we head down over here. This is the next base, which is E actually when we come to it. E down here, as you can see, a couple of quads, your standard stock buildings, and E here, this is the sheds, and as you see, there's some sheds, which is really good. Okay, let's head on up over this way. What we're going to come to next is F, which is the outpost, when I get it right. Here we are, outpost. Here we are, little outpost, not much to speak of. You don't have a lot of cover here. This is literally a cap and go base, alright? You've got a couple of little bunker positions here to sort of stand behind. Maybe you could get some good line of sight up onto the hill here, towards the cave system between. But again, it's a very sort of exposed position. Okay, heading back over this way now, we're going to head on down to G, which is the square actually. Here we are, this is the square, and it's a square of buildings, as you can see. Again, route into the cave system right here, and the other base is on the way. A bit of an intense firefight situation if you have a load of people trying to take it, because obviously you're going to go room to room, buildings falling down, walls exploding, and so on and so on. So this can be kind of an intense point on the map. Okay, going around to the next base here, this is B, and this is the water supply when I find it, right here. This is the water supply station. You can see there are water containers here. And again, just a fairly sort of standard outpost position here. A lot of the bases on this map are quite standard because the focus really is on the cave system and these massive mountains that we'll come to. And the last one we come to here is B. This is the Comm Station, a bit burnt out, a bit robbed out. And as you can see, some interesting rock outcrops here around B. So again, some interesting lines of sight onto different targets moving up and down through these hill areas here. Overall, this map, it's very interesting and good because it's sort of, the interest of this map comes from the small amounts of detail. There's lots of little small things dotted around this map, and that's what makes it such a great sort of variety of engagements in the map. You get a lot of sort of on-the-fly situations where you don't have time to kind of pre-plan your stock positions. You kind of move point to point, and then you'll find something. You're like, oh, okay, this little rock position is perfect for me to get on these guys. So it kind of creates that nice kind of consistent variation that allows a map to stay fresh and interesting for a long time. Okay, so the last base on this map is D, and this is the cave system. Now I don't know where the hell the flag is actually, because it could be anyway. I think it's actually in this side, maybe not. But basically, as you can see, there's multiple. Let's just explore and we'll find it. Basically, the cave systems run throughout the center of the map, and they have these gorgeous water effects. Obviously, the lighting is spectacular as well. Really nice. They've done such a good job with the kind of the mineral veins in the rock and all of this kind of stuff. The lighting as well, having all the lighting just makes this map something pretty special. And you can see the dripping water, you have all that sound effect, you have these sort of lovely waterfall rivers running throughout. And we'll go over and explore some of these on the other side here. This area in the middle can again become a bit of an intense firefight because it's the culmination of sort of 4 routes in. So this whole area can become a bit of a kind of crossroads, if you like, and it can become really intense. Again, this is a slightly different cave here. And again, we have the more orange light. Lots of dark crevices here. And again, look at this. Really nice. So let me turn this sound up a little. So you get some really nice effects coming through these cave systems. I could just explore this for ages. It's really fantastic the way they've done this. It's got to be one of the most beautiful maps I think ever that I've seen in Battlefield or indeed any FPS game. Look at the light here and everything. I mean, this map is something pretty special. Not the most vehicle-centric map, it's got to be said. You have a transport helicopter, etc. But you know, this is definitely a ground-pounding base. Here we are. Look, more of these little cave systems. So you can see there's lots of routes, lots of flanking opportunities. Means that this map's variation stays really, really well. Nice kind of tree roots, see, growing down from the hillside again. So they've thought very carefully again about the placement of all of the kind of decoration for this map. Here is the flag itself. And you can see around the little base here. So it's on this side, it's on the water supply side, the sea side of the map. And you can see here again, we've got the water systems running down in multiple points through. And coming out from these cave systems. So this map, Guilin, it plays out very, very well. It's an intense firefighting map. The satellite positions around the map are, you know, they're not really that much to speak of. They're quite kind of stock, but they play out fast because a lot of the intense firefight happens around these cave systems, and then off of these cave systems you're going to sort of flank and move out to cap bases and then pull back in. That's how the gameplay generally goes. And even, as I say, although the actual positions are not much to speak of, it's the surrounding area on this map that really sort of gives it to you, because, as I say, of these little small areas, these little positions that you will find on the fly as you're playing. You'll look around, you'll find a little small position, you'll think, okay, this works for 1 minute while you're sitting on it, then you move on to the next position. So it works really, really well. This map, as these kind of sort of environment maps go, the kind of more sort of you know, non-urban maps go, this one is definitely one of the most interesting, one of the most varied. I mean, look at these systems here. Again, it's just so many routes to take. Sometimes that can be a bad thing, because if you have too many routes it can be difficult to defend, but this map by its nature is a fluid map. So you have to expect that kind of fluid gameplay. Don't expect to be kind of, for example, spawn trapping or locking down a permanent area, because provided you have the players to do so, there's always going to be options, there's always going to be ways to flank. You've got the dirt bikes, the quads to go flying around on the outside of these maps, and I've got to tell you that is not easy, driving the quads and dirt bikes around on this map, because of the amount of sort of environmental objects is very, very tricky in itself. You can probably tell how much I enjoy this map just by the length of this commentary compared to some of the others, because I'm giving this a lot more time than the other maps that I reviewed today, just because of the, you know, the level of interest in this map itself. There's just so much to it, and this is, you know, having played it some already, this is probably my favourite map, I think. Silk Road weirdly coming in a close second. Oh look, we've got an infiltrator. Somebody has infiltrated my map. Who is he? What is he doing? How dare he infiltrate my map overview round? What the hell is he doing? He's playing... Oh my god, he's going crazy times! What he's doing there is he's calling in the bomber. This is the bomber station. Okay. So what he's done here is he's jumped into the radar activation. And actually, this is a nice coincidence. Let's get... Holy balls! And here we are, we can hear. Here is the bomber run coming in. My god, you couldn't have asked for a better moment. Thank this guy so much for coming in right here. Here's the bombs dropping from the bomber. And that basically gives you a fantastically convenient example for me of how the bomb run works. This guy runs in, you jump into position, and there he is. He's done his bomb run, and off he goes on the way again. Here he is. Here's our Mr. Man. Where will he go next? We don't know. It's a mystery, we'll never find out. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been the Guilin map on the China Rising DLC. I hope you've enjoyed. It's a fantastic map. Leave your thoughts from the gameplay that you have today, and I'll have many, many more videos coming up this week on China Rising, breaking down, gameplay breaking down, thoughts, objectivity, and all of the stuff that I do. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Like and subscribe, guys. I'll see you next time. Battlefield 4.